Welcome, exploring the start screen and the desktop. Okay, in Windows 8 we had two modes to work. Okay, so again, see this is our desktop, I'm sorry, the Windows mode. Every time that you guys turn on your computer and you guys log into your account, see this is where we are gonna be, into the start menu. Now this is the Windows mode. The Windows mode, okay, and the desktop mode. It differs on a couple of few applications. Okay, now moving between the start screen and the desktop is very easy. Okay, and you will find that you need to do this for a few reasons. First, there are some settings that are available from the control panel that are not available in the PC settings. Okay, remember in the last video we accessed the PC settings, but bring our pointer to the right hand side to open the charms, and then we went into the settings, right? So one click, and then all the way at the bottom we have the PC settings. Now some of the settings that we find, okay, into the Windows mode are not gonna be available on the desktop mode, and vice versa. Okay, now to exit from here I'm just gonna click on my Windows logo. Okay, simple as that. Windows logo on the keyboard, and we're back to the start menu. Okay, now the desktop mode is just right here. This is this big icon right here. One click into the desktop icon and we are into the desktop mode. Okay, now just to see, some of the applications also that you guys are gonna be running from the desktop, okay, mode, and from the Windows mode is gonna differ a little bit. Okay, for example, I'm gonna go back to the Windows mode. Okay, just by clicking where there's a couple of ways you guys could move your cursor, bring your cursor down to the lower corner, and you guys are gonna see the start. See, start is gonna come up. One click, and we're back to the Windows mode. Okay, if I click into that icon, desktop, I'm back to the desktop mode, or by clicking into the Windows logo keyboard on your keyboard. Okay, now I'm just gonna click on the Windows logo key a couple of times, see, and desktop, Windows mode, desktop mode, Windows mode. Okay, now let's go ahead and see one of the reasons why we have these two modes, and sometimes you guys are gonna be working into the Windows mode, sometimes you guys are gonna be working into the desktop mode. Okay, for example, right here, this is the Windows mode. Let's say that I wanna open one of my apps. Okay, so right here we have the Internet Explorer, but this is gonna be within the Windows mode. Okay, now this is gonna differ. As you guys can see, we are not gonna have the address bar like on Internet Explorer 7, 8, 9, or 10. Okay, we are not gonna have a search engine, which are normally displayed all the way on the top of your Internet Explorer. Okay, the difference is that, see, we have this little window. Okay, this address bar all the way at the bottom of the screen. It's very similar to a text bar. Okay, now to go anywhere, I'm gonna bring me a pointer. I'm gonna click there, and already been using this computer for a bit. Okay, and see, we're gonna have quite a few titles here with different websites that I've been visiting recently. Okay, now remember that in Windows 8 you guys are gonna be scrolling to, sideways. So in this case, I mean, if you guys have a touchscreen, you guys could just swipe to the right, but we could also still use the keyboard and mouse. And here's the scroll bar, okay? So a couple of clicks. See, now I'm into my favorites, okay? And vice versa. Now let's say that I want to go somewhere else. Let's say that I just want to go directly to MSN, okay? MSN. When I type in MSN, see, I'm gonna have some suggestions. Okay, but I'm just gonna continue typing. Okay, I could just go ahead and click or MSN for Windows 8. Let's go ahead and select that one, and there we are. So once I get to a website, see, now I have a search engine, but still the address bar is not on the top. Okay, the address bar is gonna be at the bottom of the screen. Now, when I move my pointer, see, now I don't see we don't see the address bar at the bottom of the screen. Okay, now let's say that I wanna go somewhere else. How I'm gonna do that? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start scrolling down. Now remember, this is the Internet Explorer in Windows mode. Okay, and basically, see, the way that it's been designed is, to have to interact with computers with touchscreen. But like you said, we can always still use the keyboard if you guys have no touchscreen. Okay, the keyboard and mouse. Okay, now from here, let's say that I want to go somewhere else. I'm just gonna click into my Windows logo and I'm back to the start menu. When I click into my Windows logo, I'm back to my Internet Explorer 10 Windows mode. Okay, now right here we have the search engine. I'm just gonna click on there. Let's say that I wanna find out about breaking, just breaking news. Enter. Okay. Now when I hit enter, you guys see what happened? It's taking me to a couple of different links. Okay, and now I can see the address bar at the bottom of the screen. Okay. And one more thing, if I bring my pointer up, you guys are gonna see that the pointer is gonna change into a little hand. If I left click, hold, and drag, see, I'm just gonna be resizing that window. Okay, left click, hold, and drag. And I can also see snap this into the left hand side, or I could also snap this into the right hand side. That way we see we could have quite a few different applications open and work with different applications. Okay, so remember that's the little hand. Basically all it's gonna allow me is just to drag it, and snap it to the left hand side of the screen or to the right hand side. Okay, now one more thing. I'm gonna, let's see, I wanna see again. Okay, let's say that from here we want to go to CNN. Okay, when I click on that, the address bar at the bottom is going to open up. So there we are. So that's the difference. Okay, so this is a Internet Explorer 10 Windows mod. Okay, now to close it, we have a little X right there. So we're just gonna click, but all it's gonna close is it's gonna close just the little title bar. Now if I wanna exit here, again, I'm gonna use my Windows logo and F4. When I click on Windows logo and F4, see it's gonna open my frequent sites as well the address bar at the bottom of the screen. Let's say that I want to go to one of my frequents. There's Facebook. I'm gonna click on Facebook, and of course I'm gonna be prompted to sign in. Okay. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and close that. Let's see. Okay. To exit from here, we have quite a few tools at the bottom. Okay. From here, see we have the refresh. We could pin the site. If this is a site that I visited recently, I mean very often, I could pin that site. Okay, we have the page tools. Okay, and then we have the scroll bar. In this case, there's no contents on the side, so I'm not gonna be scrolling to the right hand side or to the left hand side. Okay, when I click on the left hand side, see I'm back to CNN. When I click on the right one, okay, see I'm just gonna go forward. Okay, now to access here, I'm gonna click into my Windows logo, and I'm back to the Windows mode. Now let's see the difference by running the same application, the same app from the desktop mode, and which honestly I prefer to use this one. Okay, even though I have a touchscreen. Now I'm on my desktop mode. On the taskbar, I'm gonna have a link for my Internet Explorer. One click, and there is my Internet Explorer. Okay, so this is very similar. This is a Internet Explorer 10. Internet Explorer 10, which is new for Windows 8. But it's very similar to Internet Explorer 9. Okay, now remember we have those little signs to minimize, to restore the window and close. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead and maximize the screen. Okay, so this is my home page, MSN, and this is the difference. that the difference between running Internet Explorer from the Windows mode, that the address bar is just gonna be all the way at the bottom of the screen. In the desktop mode, the address bar is just gonna be right on top. Okay, which most of us are used to. Okay, now we have tabs. When I click on tab, see there's a new tab, and this is one of the newest things on Internet Explorer 10. Okay, when I open a new tab, see I'm gonna have also the frequent sites, but at the same time, see my address bar is just gonna be blank. Okay, it's just gonna be blank. Insertion point is there, blinking. And from here, okay, you could say, okay, I just wanna go. Okay, and switch it back into the Internet Explorer. Okay, be careful when you guys also hover your cursor to the top left corner. Okay, because as you guys just noticed, when I bring my cursor, okay, to the top left corner, see, I'm gonna have this Internet Explorer but into the Windows mode. When I click, see, I'm back to my Internet Explorer Windows mode. Same thing, see, I could surf, I could click into picture, get some information. When I bring my pointer into the left corner, see, the other apps that I have open is just gonna pop up. So one click, and I'm back into my Internet Explorer 10 desktop mode. Okay. Now from here, I was saying that I'm gonna go to another site. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to, let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna try Google. Okay, google.com, enter. Okay, and like you can see, this is just the regular, very similar to Internet Explorer 9. Okay, we have the address bar. We can open different tabs, as many tabs we want. Okay, and at the bottom, see, we're gonna have the tax bar. When I bring my pointer into the Windows Explorer, see, basically it's also in Internet Explorer. It's telling me that I have 3 websites open. Okay, so from here I can switch between one and the other. Okay, so that is one of the differences. Okay, on running an application, see the same application from the desktop mode and from the Windows mode. Okay, so let me go back to MSN. So this is our Internet Explorer desktop mode. When I bring my pointer up here and I click, I'm back to my Internet Explorer Windows mode. Another click and I'm gonna be into my PC settings, which is another app that is still open. Okay, now when I click on that, I will be going from one website to another. Okay, well, thank you guys, and that is the difference running an application from the desktop mode and Windows mode. Thank you guys.